All right, today we are going to do a Mod Podge project. That's hard to say. So we're basically using this Mod Podge, and we're using some napkins that we got at Party City. I'm going to show you how to get those napkins onto a wooden board. And we have these wood cutouts. We have the eggs and the houses and some trees, and we got all kinds of good stuff, but I'm going to show you how to put them on here. So the first thing that you're going to do is grab your napkin, and we're going to pull it apart. So the napkins have a couple of layers. Some have 3. And you can see you're going to pull that apart. Okay. I will tell you that in searching, in my quest for napkins, I came across some really janky napkins. And I came across some really nice ones, and I came across some that were okay, but a little iffy. So I'm going to show you here in just a second what you want to look for with the napkins, because it makes all the difference in the world. As you can see with my my Ariel one, I'll show you. It makes a big difference in the color, the vibrance, the clarity. Okay, so I could have cut that and made my life a lot easier and your video a lot shorter, but you know, we live and learn. Okay, so see how bright this is? See how her eyes are really clear, the colors are really clear, there's no like fading. Well, some of the napkins that you'll get will have like, I don't know, like double lines, and the colors aren't real clear, and it's just not a very good sketch. This is a beautiful napkin. I never thought in my entire life that I would call napkins beautiful, but this is a beautiful napkin, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this. This isn't done. So, all right, I pulled that apart, and I have this, okay? So what I'm going to do is take my Mod Podge. I'm going to shake it up. And you can use any brush that you want, but I'm just gonna pour some straight on my house because I'm lazy. I could get a a plate or something like that. So I'm just gonna brush this across. I got this brush at Hobby Lobby. And it was the biggest lifesaver because the first projects that I did with this they took forever with a little brush. And then I found this and I was like, oh my gosh, this is why they make the brush. Okay, so I've got my Mod Podge on there, and you want to work kind of quickly. So you're going to take this, and you're going to figure out where you want to place that. If I want to get the gold out, I've got to kind of place that a little better. You got to be careful because this will rip in a heartbeat. So place it where you want it. And then I don't want to thin it out or anything. Like some people will put a piece of plastic over this and they'll make it straight. I don't want to do that. I actually want some dimension to it, and I want those wrinkles. So I'm literally just patting it down, and I'm actually keeping those wrinkles, and I'll show you why in just a second. Now you can make this really nice and pretty and no wrinkles if you want, but you do want those wrinkles to be fine. You don't want like you don't want it sticking up real far or really big craters, because it'll make it weird. Awkward. Okay. I don't even know why I said that. Let's go around the edges like this. Okay, So here is the finished product, and hopefully you can see those wrinkles. And I'm gonna pat these down just a little bit. We don't want any that are standing up like bubbly too much, because it'll ruin it when we sand it, because we're gonna sand this. So you want it down, but I want the wrinkles. Okay, so we're gonna push this all down. So who do you know that would love these little blocks in their room? All right, now I got that. So we're gonna go with a second coat on the top, all right? So I'm actually just gonna take this and go like that. Maybe got too much, who knows? But this coat, you gotta be really careful that you don't mess up your design, okay? So you gotta be really soft, because you can tear that paper, okay? So you want a good brush so that you don't tear it, and you gotta work kind of slow, and you wanna make sure that you get all the edges. So I'm gonna pat like this so that I make sure I get in all the little crevices that I had, and then I'm gonna go like this so that it's even across, all right? Now, I'm going to let that dry, and I'm gonna set my paintbrush over here. Okay, so I am going to set this aside, and once this dries a little bit, you can actually pull the sides down. Just make sure you're not pulling your design. So if it's not pulling easy, stop, because you don't want it to pull off your design. If you have a razor, you can use a razor and go around the edges, and that'll work really well. But just be careful, because you can pull off from the top. And that would suck, because you'd have to start over. Not that it takes a long time. This is a very quick process. But don't want to have to do it again. See? Don't want to have to do it again. See, that was the part of the video where I say, don't do what I do. That could have been really bad, but it wasn't. Oh, it's all gooky. Okay. Pull this off. Dang it. Okay, now we're good. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. Make sure the sides are down. It's not all weird. Okay. Now I'm going to set that aside, and that's going to dry for about, I don't know, 4 hours or so. But you can see that's the project, and it's going to dry just like that. And let me wipe my hands so I can show you what we're gonna do with Ariel. Okay, you want some Clorox wipes or baby wipes handy. Okay, let's close our Mod Podge. Again, that's Mod Podge, and I get the matte, so it's not all glossy. Okay. So now we have Ariel, who has dried, and what I'm going to do is take 220 sanding paper, and I'm going to go around the edges just like this and get that excess paper off. Not really insanely necessary, but you can get the excess off if you'd like. Okay, and then we're just gonna kind of blend it so it's like, looks kind of aged on the edges. This is a really fine paper, sandy paper. So we're just gonna give it that aged look by going around the edge like that. And you can get all of that off if you'd like. I'm not really too concerned about it. Isn't this so cool? Anybody who loves Ariel would love this. So now I'm just going to go across the top again to give it that little kind of aged look. Just going to take some of your color out. But it's also going to make it look really unique and one of a kind. Okay, go like that. And now you have this beautiful little block that is going to stand up on its own. Like I said, you can get that all off if you want. It's going to stand up on its own. These are 3/4 inch thick. I do think 1/2 inch would work, but not as well. I like our cutouts because of the fact that they're already white. So if you don't have something that's already white like this, you're gonna want to paint it white. For one, it's gonna coat it, but two, you can even see, if you look really closely, you can see the wood grain behind Ariel's face. So it's really important that it's a white background before you get started, so that you don't mess with the colors of you know, the picture that you're trying to do. So I love that it's just taking the step out of our eggs here. And also they're double-sided, so you could actually do another design on the back, or what is really cool is if you were doing this as a gift, you could write a personal message on the back of this in a Sharpie marker or anything that you want. That would be a beautiful personal message on the back of one of these. I just think that would be so great. And I do want to say that if you go, like I bought these to go on the eggs, you can do so many different designs. My daughter loves butterflies, so I was actually going to make this one for her. But you can do so many different designs and sets, and I love, love, love Party City because they have like 9,000 napkins in all different patterns, in all different characters. You know, I'm a big sucker for Star Wars and DC and Marvel, so they have all of that, and they have dinosaurs and unicorns and all of the girly things and Baby Shark and anything you could want. And then they have it all the way up to like birthday parties and solid colors. Because let me tell you, solid colors would look beautiful in a set of these. If you had a pink solid one that was aged like this and looked, it would look really cute. So they have all the solid colors, all the polka dots and patterns and super fun things that you could do with these. So the possibilities are literally endless. The princesses, they have 5 princesses. They have Belle, Sleeping Beauty, Ariel, Jasmine, and Cinderella. So you could make a whole set of those that would look just gorgeous. And I mean, they're like $2. The napkins are like $2, and you get to make this beautiful set. These houses are $12.99, and the eggs I think are $9.99. You get 2 houses for $12, and you get 3 eggs for $10. So that's how ours work. Plenty worth it. But this is such a great project, and it's so easy to do. All you need is our cutout, some napkins, and your Mod Podge, and you are golden. And some 220, which is like really super cheap. So anyways, that is our Mod Podge and how you can do these. And this is our Cinderella, who's going to sit over there and dry, and she's going to be a nice little set once we get done. Fun, fun. Here you go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.